New study by Finance Buzz is calling Houston the most uptight big city in the country.
Yeah, so do you agree? That study was based on multiple factors, including economic, well-being, livability, leisure activities. Yeah. So joining us right now to go over the findings is Associate Professor of Sociology at the University of Houston, Kate Anderson. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I just asked when Anthony was doing the weather, like, so are you from Houston too? Like all three native Houstonians. So we're like, okay.
I feel personally attacked.
You've gone over this study, kind of looked at the methodology. So in reading that, why do you think that Houston was ranked one of the most uptight big cities?
Yeah, so when I first saw this, I was offended as a Houstonian
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
But then the social scientist in me said, well, what exactly are they measuring and what are we looking at, right?
Yeah.
And so how are we coming to this conclusion? And so I think most of the time when we think about being laid back or uptight, we're describing individuals. But they're describing cities, right? So we're trying to figure out what makes a laid back city or an uptight city. And they use the factors that you mentioned: economic, health and well-being, livability, and leisure activities.
Yes.
And in the write-up of the article, they discuss the leisure activities, but it's actually the livability is what we rank dead last.
Oh, really? What does that mean, livability? We're all alive, right?
We are all alive. But the factors that scored, where we scored low on livability are things like traffic congestion.
Oh, that stinks.
Commute times, right? So the average Houstonian has a 30-minute commute on average. Workers, things like walkability, bikeability, and climate comfort. So obviously we have really hot summers, especially after last summer. We have hurricanes, we have flooding and natural disasters. Yeah, so there are some things that are just
if you can get over those 11 months,
just move past that.
then March is kind of nice. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right now it's
And they mentioned too, like work hours. Like Houston, on average, works 40 hours a week. I was like, who doesn't work 40 hours a week?
Apparently Minneapolis.
What? Oh, yeah.
But I guess we work in Houston. So we work and we drive to work, and those are the factors that put us low on that list.
And it was saying, too, I'm going to throw Dallas under the bus one more time, Dallas and San Antonio. So Texas had 3 cities on the list of most uptight cities.
Yeah, and I think it's for similar reasons, right? They're both, these large, sprawling cities where people have long commute times. They're hot too, right? So I think it's for some similar reasons as Houston.
And I know, I mean, Austin always gets the, hey, they're laid back, but they have a lot of traffic. They have a lot of congestion in Austin. So I guess they just not enough to lift
not enough. I mean, they're not at the top of the list either. So
we just wanted to pull them down with us, right?
Just got to bring that back up.
So, I mean, talk as a sociology professor, talk about things that we could do, whether we care about this study or basically just having a more enjoyable life. I mean, I saw that woman in the video we showed in traffic. I was like, oh, that was me yesterday, trying to find a parking spot at my kid's Little League game. I mean, it is crazy, and it's hard to
there's a lot of stress.
Relax.
Yeah. I mean, so I will say, in defense of Houston, I think there's some things that we do right here and that aren't captured in the study. So in the study said that we were low on leisure activities, but they were only measuring very particular things. So restaurants were included, but only certain restaurants. So, and those were American comfort food and sushi. And I don't know that captures the greatness of Houston food. Right?
Yeah.
This is an excellent food city.
Yeah.
And we do have other leisure activities that didn't make this cut, right? So art, we have fabulous art scene, world-class art. We just had the art card parade.
Yeah.
That's not laid back.
Right.
I don't know what it is. And things like sports, right? We have excellent sports in this town, both as spectator and as participants.
Yeah.
So I just want to defend Houston for a minute. Yeah. I think there are things that this study missed or failed to capture in terms of things that we do well.
Right.
But I think there are things that we could do better, and they tie back to some of that livability stuff, right?
Yeah.
That, we build an environment. We design cities in a particular way, and this city wasn't necessarily designed in a way to make for short commutes and easy access and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think we're making some strides, right? Like the redesign of the Bayou Park system.
Yeah.
The the bike paths that have really changed considerably over time, and
Right.
built those up. And so
Yeah.
I think we are moving in that direction to design more livable, walkable, bikeable
Yeah.
city, but we need more of it.
Exactly.
Well, those are the steps we need to take to become more laid back, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are some of the things that I think that are you can intervene in.
Yeah.
Right. That from a public standpoint, what can you actually change? And I
Right.
think those are some of the things that we scored really low on that you actually can intervene in as a city and make a difference in those things.
About 15 years ago, we had somebody who was applying at the station. We went out to go eat dinner with this person, this applicant, and she said, like, oh, well, where could I live in the city where I could walk to the grocery store and bring my groceries home? And I was like, why would you want to do that? No, so I mean, I get it. It's just, I think sometimes you just have to embrace your city, right?
Yeah.
And know that, you know,
You're going to
we're
need
not-
a car here.
Right.
You are,
You
yes.
can't buy ice cream and walk it home. It's not happening. All right, Kate, we appreciate your time. And thank you so much for going over all these things. And we should hang out sometime and relax.
It was helpful to break that down. Yeah. Thank you, Kate. We appreciate it.